December 16th, 2023. Again today. It's better. Ever since 2 days ago on the 14th, McDonald's North Main. It's like 1474, 1472 North Main. Okay? About 4:45 p.m. Okay? Alright. I go through from Akron, I'm going to go to North Canton. Okay? I pull in, I go through McDonald's, I get a hamburger and a soda. And I pull over, and this guy, his wife or girlfriend, and they're a reprobate kid, and they are reprobates. 100% reprobates. Walk out laughing, Karen's Will's here today. She's not going to get no money. Okay? Because they stole it for themselves. They stole it for themselves. That's Will and his family, isn't it? The people that are embezzling, isn't it? That was the agent that told Apostolic Church of Barberton he knew I was being drugged, beat, and raped, and he didn't care because of strangers lie. The one that they said that they gave a bribe to, and that he set me up. It is him, isn't him? Where the one that bullied me acknowledged he talked to Dave's hitman, Pete, the one that framed me, the photoshopping of a washing scene in the other room. Date rape, drug, beat, and rape me. The one that he laughed at me how I didn't know what he was doing to me. The one that makes fun of raped and human trafficking victims and takes payoffs from human traffickers and the Mexican drug cartel. That guy. The one that's laughing at everybody in the society and the local cops that he's got in Buffalo that he's above them and they can't arrest him. When I look it up at Google, they are not submittable to him and they're equal officers and they can arrest him at any time. That's where people said, do you realize how not funny this is? Our local police didn't arrest him for any of this. And they let all this happen. That's how not funny this is. And they should have arrested that agent. Even people have realized that the local police should have arrested that agent. Where other cops out this area want to know why they didn't arrest that agent. And that retired judge, they can't do any of this. And what's wrong with your local cops? They're aiding and abetting crimes. Okay? See, that's where the guy walks out. He said, I'm here to make sure Karen gets no money. This is December 14th, 2023, about 4:45 p.m. After I go through the drive-thru, he'll walk out, a guy, a lady, and hit the reprobate child that they're teaching it's funny to rape somebody. It's funny to extort money out of somebody. It's funny to steal from rape victims. He's not teaching them to be a good person. He's teaching them how to be a crook. Okay, the reprobates. I'm here to make sure Karen gets no money. I said, she wouldn't get no money on this. And I found out Dave took off. I told him there was no reason he took off. I already took care of it. I set her up. I looked at that tape before. I decided I didn't think it was Photoshop. So, I set her up. That was well, wasn't it? Where they've made fun of him for the shower scene in the other room. See, that's where my friend Jim, his son edits movies for a living. He said, I asked my son that he's got a special app in his phone. He said he could click and paste the shower scene in the other room. Okay? It's just moving. You can put your head on somebody else's body so it looks like you're doing it. Okay? He could take an outfit from another scene and click that on you. So it looks like you're washing with clothes on. That still wouldn't be wrong. It just make you look crazy. You have to purposely expose yourself, and then it's only flashing. Got him? You can touch any part of your body with clothes on. It's not wrong. They'd have to arrest every man in America for adjusting yourself. Think bathing suits, baseball players, men, people, bathing suits, front, up, back, top, People adjust themselves everywhere. You can touch any part of your body. I looked it up. The law is you have to hold yourself like 3 minutes, or you have to explain. You have to purposely expose yourself. You can touch any part of your body. It's just adjusting yourself. It's how those musicians can get up there and do their dirty dancing and touch any part of their body, and it's not wrong with clothes on. You literally have to hold yourself like 3 minutes. See, they were running around telling people I had charges. I've never been questioned what I'm doing. They were lying to everybody. And so this big dirty word, I'm not stupid, but I had to look it up. It means to actually sexually assault somebody. Oh my God. I didn't even know. I don't have that kind of charges, and it never happened. I didn't even know what it meant. People were complaining a year ago. If she had to Google what it meant, none of this is funny. I'm not stupid either. I just didn't know what it meant. And that never happened. See what I mean? They just lie. It's a Pinocchio girl. But yeah, my friend Jim, his son, he said he could take the action of washing with clothes on. You touch any part of your body with clothes on, and that he could put clothes from a different scene and click and paste it. He could take your head and put it on somebody else's body so it looked like they were washing, where they're washing in the other room, and put that in there. You can do anything. And where they did that with the clothes thing, it would just be making you look crazy. You can touch any part of your body. You can touch, you can walk. They just make you look nuts. You literally, because you gotta think baseball players, you gotta think of men, you gotta think of swimmers, ballerinas, people with shorts, wedgies. You literally can. My daughter-in-law, Jen, she had a pad on. She reached down and grabbed her crotch, grabbed the front of it and underneath in front of everybody. I'm like, really, Jen? She didn't expose herself, she's good, and then it's only flashing. It's like a day community service. You have to do it on purpose. Like streaking. That's how stupid all their lies are. That's why they laugh at people for falling for this. It's photoshopping and washing. Because they're so altered. March 13, 21. March 1st to 3rd of 21, 8 to 10:30 at night, they said they put 2 clips together, put her in a porn. It's not her, it's them. Then I go to Altman Hospital and they pretend to be fake FBI agents. They get in the back, lie to Dr. Alanatinus, and that weird Eric stalking me, the one that laughed at everybody, fooled everyone, called him up, lying to him, and they called me names, and I leave and I go over to Mercy Medical. A lady comes in. No man was ever to touch her. Okay? The nurse comes in with a guy. The only thing they had you on was adjusting yourself. The guy said, that's sick. And she said, no, it's really funny. She just brushed off some water with clothes on. She just simply brushed off water with clothes on. He said, that's sick. She said, no. She just wiped it off. They didn't have anything else. It's actually really funny. Then they started, after that day, they touched yourself, you exposed yourself, you touched yourself with water. Well, that's not wiping off water with clothes on. And that made my stomach, literally made me poop out blood. And people are laughing at me. Okay? Then I got to thinking, well, you put my head on somebody else's body. It's clips together. Put her in a porn. And then it's like, well, what would you do? You touch yourself, expose yourself, you're undressing. You touch yourself with weird, but not weird. Even my friend Matt, he's like, it sounds like you were washing. I said, I guess showering. I walked outside. She figured out what they did. It's undressing and showering and washing. That's why nobody knew about it. And I'll tell you what. Try not to laugh. If something that crazy would have happened around my family, if you're naked in the middle of the room washing, they would have thought I had a seizure. Think about it. They would have thought I had a seizure or a stroke. And rushed me to the hospital. Because I'm like the most modest person in the world. And that never happened. I'll tell you what, Dave came out, and the officers who watched me, where Jen adjusted herself with the pad, marched underneath the front of her crotch and underneath and fixed it. They were laughing when no Jen did that. I know she did. So did Dave from the town. Everybody does. I don't think people realize how fast they adjust themselves for Margie's da 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 da. You can touch any part of your body. That's where the Super Bowl last year, the dancer getting up there and doing the dirty dancing, Michael Jackson, and all those famous dancers getting up there and doing their dirty dancing. They can touch any part of their clothes with clothes on. It's just a body part. It's not wrong with clothes on. You literally have to hold yourself 3 to 5 minutes by law to even explain yourself, because you don't know if somebody has surgery, they have a stent coming out, they have a catheter came loose, they're having a miscarriage. You don't know. And you have to explain yourself then, and only then. You have to purposely expose yourself. And then it's only flashing. And that never happened either. And that's where they laughed at me, where I had all the bruises, the hand marks, that they had been drugging me up and telling me to say stuff. I told you I worked at Ohio Catholic in August and September 19. I should have started. I went for a drug test, and where they had been drugging the hell out of me and breaking in my apartment and lying, they had sodium pentothal reports. I go up there, and I think his name was Bill. He was one of the managers complaining. They said she's an FBI informant. Her drug test came back. She had Valium. She had like 3 or 4 drugs. And I'm standing outside his office, and they said that she's helping work an FBI case, and we're not allowed to say a word to her. And her, back then, because I just left Dave and my credit score was real low, we're not even allowed to say anything about her credit score, that she's an FBI informant, and she's working a case and helping them. See what I mean? Where they were drugging me, and that's where that little kid out at Mark's and Elias, we all know the only thing that they actually have, she just simply wiped off some water with clothes on. They out of the shower scene and drugged her and told her to say it before. And see, that's where ladies up in Hartville, even the police knew they were drugging her and telling her to say stuff before. Well, the police also know about the shower scene, and they admitted to Photoshop it and everything, and stocking tapes. And like they said, the guy out at Mark's at the register, I talked to those officers that watch her, the way that agent talked to her, and they all know he left her in the middle of the drug cartels, that where they're saying he took a bribe, he had to have, and where they're saying he stole her money, he had to have, because she didn't get it. They were laughing at me that they took my money. And they're laughing. They got away with stealing 300 grand. A sheriff in Ohio took a 100 grand payoff from the Mexican drug cartel, and there were several other ones ended up in jail. So they've made about $500,000. Oh, and it was also on Google that the Mexican drug cartel has got into other people in witness protection program, that the government's trying to protect them from them, and they're selling them, their cases. Where I told you this technology was priceless to them, because they can go around harassing other people, and they can get into other cases. They can listen through your cell phone, your car speaker, they can frame people, they can do this, and now they can have thousands of people watch people and then harass them. It's priceless to them. They're in other cases now. It's we're happy helping the Mexican drug cartel take over the United States. It's called treason will. It's called execution will. They're accessory to all these deaths. I told you, there were so many people. Like they said, there were so many versions of the tapes before. It's not funny. There's so many. There was a ladies group came down in January 22. We came down to say she's never said she did anything wrong before, and when she wiped off her water with clothes on, she went straight down and didn't expose herself as if we care about that, and those people even raped her. That's where they're laughed at everything. I had hand marks. I was seen by Altman family physicians for bruising I couldn't explain and giant bruising. Growing up, heart racing, and a severe swollen personal infection. And they admitted to a federal officer they were stalking me. What was he to do? Do his own damn job and arrest him. What was he to? They had fake sodium pentothal reports. He was to arrest him. They were drugging me. Huh? They had stalking tapes. Was he allowed to look at them? No, the Fourth Amendment. Where Officer Reinhardt, even the FBI, would go to jail for looking at them. Nobody can look or listen. It's illegal to look at any tapes before, because of right to privacy, basically. Portage County Sheriff's, Ravenna Police, it's the right to privacy. The prosecutor's office, right to privacy. Nobody can hear it. But protected like cases with statements. They can't even entertain anything on those tapes, or it automatically gets thrown out. Because they were done and they can be altered. And the right to privacy in your own home, because you have a right to remain quiet and a right to an attorney and everything within your own home, the right to privacy. For every constitutional right broke is 1 to 10 years. The drug cartel cannot break in your home, stalk you, Photoshop you, break in, roofie you with date rape drugs, and tell you to say something stupid. And you never see anybody, you're just waking up bruised and infected and not know what's happening to you. And they're photoshopping washing scenes in the other room and a sextortion scheme? Huh? That's where other police out of this area, what's wrong with your local police? Why didn't they arrest that agent and that retired judge? They can't do any of this. They should have arrested them on the first day and put you in a safe house. People can't break in and drug you. They can't watch you in your home. It's a right to privacy. It's a big fraud scam. Sextortion scam by the Mexican drug cartel. That's who paid that agent off, by the way. Oh, the people that sold over 1,000 children out of Ohio? That's who paid that agent off. You might want to take it up with them, especially the ones that lost children and wives. Their sons, their daughters that are dead because of that bastard. Where him and his family think that it's funny stealing from victims. Well, now they're in other cases where they're trying to protect them from the Mexican drug cartel. They're selling them to other people to watch. Told you. Where they said you would have never be their only victim. And I'm not the first one that another cop said, this is what's going on in your area. You are not that agent's first victim he stole his money from, and he's bullied out of it and ran a scam on him and took payoffs. And he's probably got several going. He's trying to set himself up to be Donald Trump. That's why their family is laughing at all you retards that you actually think he has this kind of authority. A local cop could arrest him. See, that's where the Portage County Sheriff's, Ravenna Police, nobody had right and wrong. Officer Reinhardt Louisville, even the FBI go to jail for looking at him. They can't even entertain him. Because if so, the Mexican drug cartel can break in anybody's home. They can stalk them. They can sell them on porn sites. They can break in and date rape drug them, stab them with a date rape drug, tell them to say something stupid, and wake up bruised and infected, throwing up, and not know what happened to them. Go to the doctor, I don't even know what's wrong with me. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And they have a fake sodium pentothal, and they've been selling them on porn sites, Photoshop a washing scene, a sextortion scam, and the victim's in trouble. That the Mexicans can take over here. That this is no longer the United States of America, and the Constitution no longer reigns. I told you, even that's where I told Officer Reinhardt about the shower scene in the room. I don't care. He can say whatever they want, what they got. It'd be illegal to look or listen. Even the FBI would go to jail for looking at him. And everybody would. He said it's illegal to. I watched this one police show. And a judge told a bunch of cops they knew better to be in that home. They could never entertain because of the right to privacy, the right to remain quiet, the right to an attorney. And then you add more rights on it. They'd have to find another way to get somebody else. They could never look or entertain one thing on those tapes. And then some other cops tried to do it on a cop show. And they ended up throwing everything out and could never go against that person. See, that's where my friend from the prosecutor's office, they made the biggest mistake. They did it in your home. It's the right to privacy over your home, Karen. It's a big fraud scheme. That's where Officer Reinhardt, I don't care what they say they got, I don't care what they say they did, until that agent agreed to protect you and took your statement, they couldn't even be in your home, and they can't look or listen to it. See, they're all lying to you. They can do this. And their tapes are so altered. There's like 4 different versions of the tapes before I've heard about. One investigator said I've heard of so many versions of the tapes before, it's not even funny. They're done by, like they said, the crackhead tapes. They were playing with me hard. The girlfriends, my husband's girlfriend's dad and drug friends in the Mexican drug cartel. The M13, Henry Mobby, the Detroit Boys, the Gentleman's Club from Florida. You know, the people that are selling people to kill them and murder them is trying to run a scam on me. Those people. And even my friend from the prosecutor's office, I heard of a weird case of an officer being in your home. Or not in my home, but in somebody else's home. And they found out, went to a judge, and the judge said you had no right being in anybody else's home. Outside to protect your life case with statements. I can never look or listen. You can get sued. You can also go to jail for it. I went out to eat with an officer. You're not even allowed to have an opinion. Your job is to take somebody's statement and to follow through and go out and find the evidence. Otherwise, it's badgering, obstruction of justice, and tampering with evidence and tampering with witnesses, and you can be charged for that person's crimes for allowing it to happen to that victim. You're not allowed to have an opinion. Their job is to uphold the law. And then to go out and find evidence. See, all this is being caught on police surveillance. See, it's not my words against them, but their own words. See, with being an FBI informant, my car is legally bugged, like a cop with a body cam. My phone's legally tapped, like a cop with a body cam. Everything's caught on police surveillance. In a protected home custody case with statements. And then cops documenting this. So everything I say and everything that says around me stands up in court, and that's how they said, that case stands up in court without her, because it's under police, like body cam surveillance. That's set up through my car and my phone. Oh, and the drug cartel is hacking into this stuff and then selling out their other people and their protections that the officers are trying to protect. Good going, Will. Good job, Will. Let them have it. Good job for the Treason Act, Will. Good job, Will. Letting all those people die and then put more people at risk. Everybody go online. You know they got the sheriff in Ohio for taking $100,000 payoff? They went online and told on him. They came down and investigated, and they arrested him. Let's try about 15 years, Will. Well, you let all these people die, you're looking at life, if not execution, as an accessory. Everybody go online and report, well, so his stupid family stealing from rape victims and human trafficking victims that got him a lot of information on a lot of bad guys. They don't find it so funny.